What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dermy Wormy, and I'm back with yet another stream. And yes, we are gonna keep trying to tackle the Sinder document tonight because I left off yesterday over on the Nano segment. I haven't really gone too far through like a bunch of TLDRs and stuff like that. Like, I'm getting what the general consensus is on this document so far. And to be honest with you, outside of like the Sinder defenders doing their damnedest and hardest to try to say, yes, 100%, this exonerates Sinder. This is vindication for Sinder. Look, everybody lied and treated Sinder like shit, and it's all a bunch of bullshit. I keep seeing that around from the defenders. But to be honest with you guys, I'm not agreeing with that. And when it comes to people that I tend to more like agree with in other areas, like Mujin, Skuchan, even Demi for some regards, where a lot, I know Skuchan will read docs and like Mujin reads docs for a living, but like they're looking at this and they're going like, hey, this is just this is filled with just contradictions after contradictions, walking this shit back, and it's not that good of a document. Actually, it's quite garbage. And we are 100% going to keep trying to go through this. Don't get me wrong, guys. This is a thing that is going to be happening tonight. We are going to keep reading through this, and I'm obviously going to record me reading through the Nano segment here and then constantly moving forward. I'm going to be honest with you guys. As it stands right now, I'm not really impressed with this doc. I know I've only read 3 sections of it so far. Oh, Jesus Christ. My thing locked in, so I fell back a little. I only read those first 3 sections so far, but in those first 3 sections, if you guys remember, she flat out lied to your guys' face in multiple different areas. She lied to you and then immediately contradicted herself. It wasn't like a few sentences later. It was the next sentence they would go in there and contradict themselves. And I kept sitting here and just pondering over what I read in those first 3 sections. And one thing started actually clicking to me. One of the things Sinder was saying in those first 3 sections is she loves her friends so much. She would do anything for her friends. Her friends were the world to her. Yet when it came to Bao, she knew the Nanolist model got canceled and she chose to do nothing. Make that make sense. You're going to sit here and tell me you care about your friends that much. But when it came to a Nanolist model that was canceled by Nano for Bao, you did nothing. You knew about it and you openly admit you did nothing. I don't believe that you're actually there for your friends. I have no reason to believe that you're there for your friends. I have no reason to actually even trust you when you're still lying to me flat out throughout the first 3 seconds. You're lying to my face and telling me to believe things that are immediately contradicted by your own words, by your own sentences. Hey, I'm always here to defend my friends. I'm always here to defend my friends, and I'll never treat my friends like total garbage except Bao. That you guys treated like total garbage. Guys, 100%, me and my boyfriend, Red, me and Red, we were out and about, and in public events, in public spaces, while friends were around, we would show each other our phones. We would shove each other's phones in our faces that were filled with all sorts of business discussions, work emails, all that stuff, and we're constantly talking about business in public around our friends, but when we went home to the house that we both lived in, we didn't do that at all. Excuse me? And I kept sitting there after the stream last night, throughout today, and this is one of the big reasons why I'm so thankful I'm taking this in chunks for the most part. Like doing a segment or section or a couple sections, walking away and thinking about it. I'm so thankful to be doing that because that's what this doc is meant to be done. This is how it's actually meant to be digested right now. Because there's so many people coming out here saying, oh, it's completely exonerates her. And they just ignore what happened in the first 3 sections. They're coming out here and saying all day and night that this Nanolist section here is the death nail. It is the destruction. to Nano completely, and it exonerates her altogether. This is only section 4. You still have Bal, V-Card, Shylily, The Breakdown, Silvervale, Arua, Spite, Message to the Pyropups, Looking Ahead. You have so much else still in this document that even if this is a decent section of the document, which I really don't think it's going to be because I'm already seeing that people are completely forgetting what Nano's original document was all about, I'm becoming more and more convinced that this is the biggest bullshit burger I've ever seen, and it is her just still gaslighting and trying to manipulate all her little simps and the retards out there in the world. And I see all the little simps and the retards out there in the world, and they're stupid. They're stupid. By the way, shout out to both Legendary Scrub and Omar. I see you both in the chat. I see you both. Oh god, my eye is all fucked up. But let me check something out real quick. I'm just checking one thing out real quick because hopefully they transferred over like they were supposed to. And of course they didn't. So give me a moment. I hate the tagging feature on YouTube sometimes. I hate it so much. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go details. Down here. I'm going to grab this. And now I'm going to go back. I'm going to go here. I'm going live. I'm now going to click on the description. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to drop these tags in that should have been there from the very beginning. Fuck this shit. Seriously, fuck sometimes how this stuff all works. Because it never wants to work correctly. I want to get rid of this. Never wants to work correctly. But okay, why don't we start this off? So we left off on the Nanolist section. One of the big reasons why we left off on the Nanolist section is when I scroll down, guys, you should be able to see the number pop up. It's over 200 sections long, almost 300 pages of information here. Now, I have done the whole, like, hey, I'm just going to scroll through and see what it is. It is predominantly Discord logs and Discord information, so we're going to try our hardest to get through parts of this tonight. This might be a two-parter because I do have a hard out time tonight while reading all this, so there will be that I have to deal with. But in the meantime, we are going to read through this. I'm obviously recording this. I'm getting ready to put this out as its own separate video. It might be a two-parter. It might be a three-parter. Who knows how long it's going to take me to get through a 300-page section of a 1,000-page document. But we're going to try nonetheless. So why don't we actually start this up? Because it's Nano's document for reference, which I reread beforehand. And again, Nano's initial document wasn't trying to lay out a timeline, mind you. It was trying to show off examples of abuse, manipulation, coercion, things of that. It wasn't trying to do timeline magic that a lot of the defenders try to say, well, you don't even show off a timeline. That wasn't the point at all. It was Nanolist talking about the treatment she was receiving while working with Sinder and Red. So already I'm seeing the defenders misrepresenting here, and I'm told that Sinder misrepresents everything Nanolist tried to lay out. But I glanced at her document. A lot of it has repeated screenshots, remembering in her intros. She said it's to be read in order. She has it. Seems like a way to frame her speculation. I wouldn't disagree on some of this, but you have the Nanolist thing, but why don't we just scroll down here and read this? Nano's document claimed both Red and I manipulated, used, and dragged her into drama while slandering multiple VTubers, including our friends. These claims were the basis for everything else publicly released afterwards. Documents from half a dozen people and many others tweeting their grievances with me. It all hinged on Nano's document being posted and its validity. Well, no, like Nano started it, and it went off from there. Nano was also showing off actual evidence of your mistreatment of her, of you You guys actually dragging her into stuff. You guys actually forcing her to do stuff. That's like stuff that she was showing off. And also, you've already kind of confirmed that you guys were acting this way in your past 3 sections of this. So don't even act this way. When I wrote my apology, I said, I was not fully aware of the extent of Red's manipulation over Nano's commission decision. When I wrote this poorly worded sentence, I hadn't seen any of these DMs. I was in a panic. So you didn't even read the doc. Got it. And didn't think Nano would be lying about anything. But now that I've read Red's DMs myself, I can say that Nano was not manipulated, abused, used, lied to, mistreated, expected to take action over any drama she was told about, or incapable of making her own decision regarding her commissions and clients. You guys openly said to destroy Silvervale and that you didn't want Nanolist working with Silvervale, and even you yourself said in the previous section you didn't want Nano working with Spite. So yes, Nano could have always told you guys to piss off all the same, yes. But you guys openly say you did bar Silvervale and Spite. You were trying to kneecap them, and there's also the fact that yes, Red was trying to kneecap Bao. So by saying this wasn't happening, even though you guys openly admit to these things happening, is a flat out lie again. You're just trying to do the whole, what, she was her own person, she could have done it all herself. That's more gaslighting and trying to pass the buck off to somebody else that you've already manipulated. She was never forced to do or not to do anything. Yet you guys told her not to work with Silvervale or Spite. Has always been in control of her own choices and always had the ability to say no. She was met with understanding and faced no repercussions professionally or personally from either of us when she did. You also admitted to guilt tripping her in the past 3 sections. You admitted to manipulating her. Guilt tripping is manipulation. Don't act this way when you already admitted to doing this stuff. That's what that is, so don't be acting this way. Nano's messages with Red were deceitfully presented to push a narrative that never happened. I don't believe Nano ever showed the full context of her messages with Red to my friends. Her claims were backed by Shy Lily, and I believe they were misled into blindly supporting her. Nano was a close friend who we respected and was a massive part of my own success. I've only ever praised her privately and publicly. There was nothing she could do for me to hold anything against her or choose to stop working with her. You admitted to guilt tripping her in the past 3 sections, so. And you also said that you didn't want her working with Silvervale or Spite. You can't say this after saying all that. I'm sorry, you can't. Red and I always encouraged Nano to do what was best for her, not us. Red, who handled our plans with her, made sure to work around her schedule, push projects back if she needed more time on them or to take a break, and give her first priority on projects she was interested in. He trusted her, and the extent he lied to her about the other people involved was in telling her his own genuine thoughts, observations, and experiences with them as he knew them. So does that mean he didn't lie about Bao to Red? I mean, to Nano? Does that mean he didn't lie at all to about Bao? So was all the Bao stuff not a lie? The same way my accusers did to the public with how they assumed how Red and I had to have operated together. I still believe you guys did. Again, I don't believe you guys weren't operating together. It doesn't make sense that you guys would be talking about business publicly in front of all your friends when you're out doing events with them, but then privately in the house that you guys both lived in, you didn't do that at all. Miss me with that. The claim that Red and I worked to sabotage projects Nano had is a lie. We both would praise her. Wait, no, that's not a lie. That's not a lie, actually. Bao. You even admitted that you knew Bao's model got canceled. You knew Red was turning on Bao, and you did nothing to stop it. This is a lie. Don't act like this isn't a lie, because that happened. We both would praise her for the work she did for other people, and I've always celebrated and supported new Nano model siblings when they debuted. Even if Red was really asking Nano to cancel every model she had, it was ultimately still her choice to do it or not. But all the blame for her actions was somehow put on me. That's called manipulation. Yes, she might be the one that ultimately makes the final decision, but if you manipulate her and guide her into making the decision that you want her to make, that's what manipulation is. You're not doing anything other than singing sweet little nothings into her ear to convince her to do something. This is retarded. It's like it's like she's trying to say that she's smarter than all of us when in reality she's not. Why ask her to do that in the first place, LOL? Yeah, legitimately, why ask her? Why ask her not to work with Silvervale? Why ask her not to work with Spite? Why is Red going around there and gossiping about Bao and saying all this stuff about Bao? Why do any of that to begin with? Why put any of those restrictions on her to begin with? Listen, I really don't want you doing all this. I really don't like these people. I don't think these people are good for you. I think this, I think that. Those are used to manipulate her to make a decision, to make a choice, to come up with it, yes, herself, but you're trying to steer her in a direction. That's not rocket science there. I'm not a 5-year-old, you dumb. And I wanted to say a word that I don't really want to say right now. There were only 4 people Red ever explicitly asked Nano not to work with her agreeing not to. The first was Spite at the start of 2023. Red asked Nano himself, and he told me about it after. I lied about knowing this in my apology since it was never mentioned in Nano's or Spite's documents. Because I doubt... Okay, so you said, well, we never told her not to do any of this. We never said not to do any of this. Except we did. We did tell her not to do any of this. We told her not to work with people. But she made the decision not to work with them, even though we told her not to work with them. Bao, Kata, and Silvervale were all a part of their exclusivity deal in January of 2025, when you were still living with him, by the way, and each for Red's own reasons. No. You even said that you yourself didn't want her working with Silvervale in the past 3 sections. You said that too. Don't miss me with that bullshit. Miss me. I was only ever aware of and in agreement of asking Nano not to work with Silver anymore. Red never told me about the other 2. I'm not guilty of him using his free will to push his own agenda and express his own feelings to Nano. But he represents you and he was working as your manager at that period of time. So yes, you are guilty of your manager going rogue and hurting your own ends. But I understand that as my manager, everything he said to her or anyone else is my responsibility, whether I knew about it or not. So you... See, this is the thing. It's the double speak. It's, I'm not responsible for anything he did, but because he was my manager, I am responsible. That's bullshit. Quit acting that way. That's so fucking frustrating. Is how everybody keeps doing this thing. All the Cinder defenders, they're muddying the water and they made this so impossible. And this is all just Cinder defender nonsense right here. Where Red was all out doing his own thing, but he's her manager at the period of time. So the things that he does in the process of being her manager reflects onto her. Those decisions fall onto her at the end of the day. So yes, it is you as well. He is acting in your interests at that period of time. So he is handicapping people in your name. That reflects onto you and is part of your responsibility. Jesus fucking Christ. Although they were friends, it was unprofessional of him to talk gossip and work interchangeably. We've worked with Nano for 4 years. She is an incredible artist who I've treasured working alongside my entire career. I put my faith in her at the start when we were both much smaller creators. She saved me from a year-long struggle to get my first model, and she's been with me every step of my journey since. I wanted Nano to be a part of everything she could and choose to make her artwork the backbone of my brand. I love and appreciate every single thing she's done for me, and I'm proud of everything I've been able to do for her. In April, I believe Nano found herself in a situation she couldn't back out of, and then chose to do what would result in most beneficial outcome for herself: hide the truth. Below are a large portion of Nano's DMs with Red and I over the past 2.5 years that show any situation brought up in Nano's document in full context, show the relationship we had with her, how she felt about us and other people involved in everything, and any other relevant conversations that weren't included in what was posted in the posted to the public. I've also included some of my own messages with her and some messages with other people. Some of these DMs are repeated and included in the following sections of the document. Nano's profile picture is different in some of these screenshots because of them being taken at different times throughout making this document. How many times would she have changed her profile pictures in 6 months? That's just me saying this. It should just be you and Nano, like your guys' discussion with Nanos. If you have other random people's DMs mixed in with this, like you discussing something with a random person over here, that's irrelevant to the Nano section. It should be about your guys' discussions with Nano, nothing else. But okay. And here's the whole thing, you know, the breakdown. Everything is chronological order. Yeah. 1/23/2023. By the start of 2023, Nano was already sharing her commission plans with Red. She also told him that it was okay for us to commission someone else for merch artwork Red had previously talked to her about. Red said it was no problem for us to wait for her to do it. Like I said in my apology, in regards to Nanolist, for the majority of the time working with her, Red was the one almost solely doing the communication about new plans and negotiations through his private DMs. Redacted. Oh, and just curious about, was blank the only new client you took on for this year right now? Got another one, but it's already okay, cool. It seems like a lot of new people want to work with you. Yeah, I kind of feel it too. By the way, you said you wanted to leave Daki and Booba, Daki and Booba for Boba. I can't read. For later, it's okay if you want to commission someone else. I don't want to delay your plans, but if you're fine waiting, if you're fine them waiting, I'm more than happy to work on it. Okay. Oh, that's okay. We're fine with moving things around. It's only really Sinder if you draw it. Other things going on are preventing us from doing it for Valentine's like we wanted to, so we have to move it anyways. Plus, focusing on getting 2.0, the demon, and the 2 starting screen artwork done is more of a priority too. God damn, this means a lot. I can't read it for shit. A lot to me. What the F? Okay, yeah. Later that day was the first time Red brought up Spite to Nano. Red asked Nano not to work with Spite, and she gladly agreed not to. Red only told me about this after I was done. It wasn't something we talked about beforehand, but I was okay with it. Nano never said anything about this to me, and we've never talked about Spite. I shared the feelings Red expressed here since he was the only other one who knew how I felt. What he said about negative comments I was getting was true. Everything regarding Spite is presented in her section of this document. Wait. Listen, guys, Red's the one that came out here and ultimately said don't work with Spite. Red's the one that's out here saying all this, and Nano agreed. But the thing is, I agreed with Red. I agreed with Red completely. So you're admitting again to kneecapping Spite for bullshit. Flat out bullshit. And remember, when it came to the Spite doc, Spite said that she was receiving harassment and derogatory comments because she looked so similar to Sinder. I almost said Spite. She looked so similar to Sinder. So you're admitting to kneecapping Spite because of the negative comments you were getting in regards to you looking like Spite, but you never thought that maybe Spite was receiving the same thing, and you agreed with it all. You agreed with it. You went along with it. You never stopped it. You were liking it. This was not included in Nano or Spite's documents at all. Why? Since they didn't say anything about it, I choose not to either. What? What wasn't brought up? What wasn't brought up? Spite not knowing that... Are you trying to allege that Spite was involved in all this? Because remember, the Nano model was about Bao. They were communicating with Bao. If you're going to sit here and say, well, Spite never mentioned that I blocked Nano from working with her, did Spite know prior to this? Did Spite ever actually... Was Spite ever aware? Are you now trying to allege that Spite was involved in your takedown? Where's that proof? Where's any of that evidence? Stop the recording for 1 second because I don't want to put this into the recording. Hey, Copper, you're defending a animal abuser. By the way, that dude, hey, Copper, I played that clip so many fucking times. So many times. If you're going to say that his paw was hurt against the bed, that's a load of bullshit. Dogs don't hurt themselves like that. It was a shock collar. Copper, you want to know why? I have the exact same shock collar in my own household. Hassan even was going around showing off the shock collar today, and it has tape over where the prongs are. Miss me with your bullshit, dude. Now, if you want to come back in here and keep screaming to the winds, go on ahead, but I'm not going to address you furthermore after this point in time until you drop $5. You need to drop $5 minimum, because if you're not willing to do that, then I guess you're not actually a Hassan fan. Now back to this. Since they didn't say anything, I choose not to either. I lied about not knowing about Red's conversation with Nano about Spite to try and not make things worse for myself, but I still accidentally alluded to it because of the state I was in. Okay, you want to play this game, Copper? You want to play this game? Let's play this game. Let's play this game, buddy. Let's play this game, buddy. You want to play this game because you're fucking retarded. Bookmarks. You want to play this game because you're the one that wanted to play this game. Google, by the way, bud, Google exists. To Hassan bros all out there, Google exists. Because this is going to be a funny one. This is going to be a funny one. And you brought this up yourself. You brought this to yourself, buddy. You brought this yourself. You brought this yourself. And I want you to realize the ass fucking you're about to get is going to be brutal. It is going to be painful. And you're going to look like the fucking fraud you are. If you want to keep this game up, buddy. You want to keep this fucking game up? You get it, keep this game up. Because boy, oh boy, is this such a juicy fucking one. Because you are a schizo psychopath. One, why don't we start with this, buddy, old pal of mine? Why don't we start right here? A LF post of Kaya's sitting position throughout the entirety of her time on Hassan's stream yesterday is going viral right now.
Everybody, I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Hassan Abi broadcast.
See, just laying there, laying there, laying there. Man, is it nice to see that the dog just lays there the entire time? But hey, you know what? I'll be fair here. I'll be fair because we can also go back to the initial post, the initial time the dog fucking barked, and the abuse that the dog got at the hands of your fucking overlord, dude. Why don't we watch the initial clip? Why don't we watch the initial clip? Because this is what you're so dead set on trying to prove. That is the thing that 100% frees you. Okay, this is the thing. Okay.
Of all of America's much more consequential violence, okay? It's the same reason.
Paw clipped against the bed, huh? Paw clipped. Dogs don't yelp if your paw clips against anything. That's not what leads to dogs yelping. You don't have a pet, do you, Copper? You've never owned your own dog, have you? I can get it because you seem like a sad little pathetic loser child that was never actually able to love anything at all. You never had the affection of a dog ever actually come up to you. Maybe not even a cat. Hell, I'm willing to bet your own parents don't even let you have a little fish because you're probably too freaked out to even touch an animal. So fuck you real quick with that shit. But
America, here, Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
That there's no evidence at all that the dog hurt herself. That is him reaching over, pressing a shock button. But hey, you want to keep this up? You want to keep this up? Here's this. Here's the shock collar, you dumb fuck. Here's the collar that Hassan showed off. People decided, you know what's a smart idea, Hassan? Why don't we take this picture and change the contrast a little bit? Hey, dude. Why is there tape on the bottom of the collar? Why is there tape on this collar? What's going on with that, buddy? What's going on there? Huh? What is this? Why put tape at the bottom of the collar right there, buddy? Why put tape at all on the bottom of that collar? What do you think that tape's covering? Huh? What do you think that tape's covering? Hey, we can also take a look over here. Here's more. Here's more. There's the tape right there, buddy. There's the tape right fucking there. Oh, why don't we take a look at this? Debunked. Claim vibration collar and can easily be converted into a shock collar. The whole vibration collar, the collar that he was showing off. Yeah, this collar, people found it. E-collar training manual. It's an electric collar. It's a fucking electric collar. Does the vibration collar have prongs on them? Yes. Yes. Hey, why don't we also look at this? Bro is not beating the allegations. One, there's the tape. Two, here's the collar. Fucking Oh, now we're just psychos now because we were able to fucking show this off. We were able to dig down into this. This is Twitter psychosis. No, dude, you are a fucking liar. You are a fucking brain-rotten loser freak who can't accept the fact that his Big Daddy Hassan over here is a lying, manipulative twat nugget who abuses his fucking dog. Abuses his dog outright. And people are showing it off all over the place. His dog didn't clip itself. The dog flat out was being abused by Hassan. But hey, you like animal abuse now. You want to go out and defend an abuser. And you want to know what? Congratulations, you fucking schizo boy. Guess what you get? Fuck you. So long, schizo. The fact that you believe... I can't even argue because it's so retarded. He can't argue. One, I blocked his ass. Bro. The tape's right fucking there. The tape's right fucking there. I kicked him from the chat. If you're going to act this way when it's all right here, when everybody figured this out, and it's such a bold-faced lie to keep coming out here and saying this, if you're going to play that stupid fucking game, you're dead in the brain. You are a loser individual. You are so fucking broken brained that you can't even see reality for what it is, but you're so all over fucking Hassan's dick because you can't accept truth. God damn, I hate Hassan Sims. You want to know why I hate Hassan Sims? Because they're fucking retarded losers that can't accept fucking reality. They can't accept that their God could ever do anything wrong. Oh, do you know what? He definitely didn't go to that brothel that had the little kids there. There was nothing ever there with that. Oh, he never said that he wanted people to die. He never said that. That's all out of context. Oh, he never said that Ethan Klein's wife was a valid military target. Oh, that's all out of context. He never doxed people, even though we show off that he doxed people. He never did this. It's all out of context. It's all out of context. It's all lies, lies, lies. Bro, you are fucking broken brained. You are a loser. You are a fucking twat nugget. Grow the fuck up and realize Hassan is the worst individual on the face of the fucking earth, and that you are so held up in your fucking bubble that you've never gone outside and touched grass, and I don't believe you've ever had a fucking dog to begin with, you lying sack of shit. Get fucked, because I'm not accepting animal abusers in my chat, because right now you're an animal abuser to me, and you're defending an animal abuser. I hope and pray that somebody arrests you for animal abuse now, because I 100% believe that you are an animal abuser. You can't fix these people. You might as well have a conversation with the wall. Legitimately, they're so fucking retarded. It's not even funny. Hell, Sinder defenders make more sense than fucking Hassan Sims. And Sinder defenders are some of the most retarded people out there. Hell, I'll take a DGGer any day over a fucking Hassan loser. I just got here. Did I miss a crash out in chat? Yeah, I banned a dude. That copper person from last night, you know, the guy who was so hellbent on sucking Hassan's abuser dick, just getting loads to his fucking throat of how many times Hassan blasts those nut jobs into the back of his throat. Yeah, he came back here to just try to sit there and say, no, Hassan's not an abuser. The dog clipped herself. The dog did this. Just repeating the exact same lies that Hassan's been spewing out there that have now been fully fucking debunked, and Hassan's a goddamn abusive jackass. People need to do research before they can argue with others. Yeah. I'm kicking this thank God the AI mod. You could have done without the visual demonstration. Well, I had to do it for you, but okay, we're getting back over here. Because I've stopped this recording multiple times now. I'm gonna have to edit part of it, but here. Where did we leave off? Where did we leave off? Fuck kickbots. Legitimately, fuck them. Anyways. Okay. Red asked Nano to not work with Spite, and she gladly agreed not to. Red only told me about this after it was done. It wasn't something we talked about beforehand, but I was okay with it. Nano never said anything about this to me, and we've never talked about Spite. I shared the feeling Red expressed here, since he was the only other one who knew how I felt. What he said about negative comments I was getting was true. Everything regarding Spite is presented in her section of this document. This was not included in Nano's or Spite's document at all. Why? Since they didn't say anything about it, I choose not to either. What? But you did say stuff about it. You just said stuff about it. So, like, this is why I had to reread all this, because this was not making sense to me. You just talked all about this. So Nano didn't bring it up because Nano wasn't even talking about Spite. Nano was talking about Bao. Spite didn't bring it up because I'm willing to bet Spite didn't know. So that's why it wouldn't be brought up. This isn't a lie by omission. It's not even a lie. It's just them saying it wasn't relevant to the conversation at that period of time. Hell, Nano didn't even name some of the people that you particularly said were not to be worked with. I don't even Spite even knew that she was one of the individuals not to be worked with. Since they didn't say anything about it, I choose not to either, but you literally did. I lied about not knowing about Red's conversation with Nano about Spite to try and not make things worse for myself. Well, I mean, it's worse now because you knew about it the whole time and you lied about it. But I still accidentally alluded to it because of the state I was in. Well, it's all out now. You knew about it and you agreed with it, so congratulations. This is what I said in my apology. Once again, I had no involvement or knowledge of Red's bringing up Spite to Nano in 2023. My only personal involvement with excluding someone specific from working with Nano was Silver, which is now a flat out lie. Flat out lied. Sinder was upset over what we both thought was Spite copying her. I saw Spite interacting with Nano, possibly with the intent of trying to work with her. I went to Nano myself and asked her not to without talking to Sinder first. This was about one person and one artist they never worked with before who was fine with agreeing to it. As far as I know, it never actually affected Spite. I have never talked about Spite with any other artists, and I'm sorry to her that I asked this of Nano. But you guys still kneecapped a growing creator for no fucking reason. You guys still did it. You guys still openly did it. Yeah, Nano went along with it. But you're all saying, well, we didn't like her to begin with, and we thought she was copying us. So yeah, we were gladly cut her down. Fuck you. This whole section is supposed to be like the smoking gun that Nano lied the entire... Why the... Wait, what? Bros? Bros? There's more shit that was added to the Nano doc. There's more shit here now. You want to know why I know there's more shit here now? And that something fishy's going on? At the start of the stream, this was 298. It's 338 now. They're adding shit to this doc. Bros, they're adding shit to this doc. This was a much smaller document beforehand. They're adding shit. They said they weren't adding shit. They're adding shit in real time right now. Holy fucking shit. What the hell? They're flat out adding shit to the doc when they said they weren't. I just caught them adding shit. This is total bullshit right here. Holy fucking shit. That's a lot of material to add. This was at originally 296 pages. That's 338 now. What the fuck just happened? What the literal fuck? Okay, it was because I zoomed in. Never mind. Shut up. I'm stupid. Shut up, Weasel. This was the first of 4 total times with 3 different artists. I had ever specifically asked anyone to not work with someone else, which are all present in this document. LMAO few. Okay, I said some shit. I take it back. I was the retarded one there. I zoomed in without realizing that added to the pages, which is still retarded. But this was the first of 4 total times with 3 different artists I had ever specifically asked anyone to not work with someone else, which are all presented in this document. First of 4 total times with 3 different artists. So, that math doesn't math. Unless you went to all these other artists besides Nano, or including Nano, and told them all not to work with everybody that you put that whole shit down on. Like, you put the whole kibosh down on. So, like, Silverveil, Bow, Nano, and Cottontail. Those 4 people. If you went to multiple artists to do this, there's a lot more people that need to be coming out here and saying, yeah, they did this. because I think this is a bigger revelation than people are going to realize. Hey, kind of weird question, but would it be okay if we requested you do not work with someone? You mean like being exclusive? No, like not accept commissions from one person. Oh, who is this? I started the conversation as if we were asking Nano to do this like I would any other time. So you're admitting that you asked her not to got this. Who is this Spite? Oh, Dan, I almost said something like when Cinder X Spite. Ever since Cinder debuted, we've seen her slowly implement new design details onto herself that seem like she might have taken from the Cinder, including her now having ear flames she never had, and we think because she was the Hellhound. This is stuff that was all in the Nano dump model. I just wanted to ask if you're okay with being one Hellhound exclusive. Of course, I protect my baby, but I also noticed the Flame Edition. It's a shame people that can't educate their community. Thank you, Nano. I feel really bad asking for something like this. I really appreciate it, though. It's okay. There's no place for rude people. Mama Nano best mama. Mama protect. So, okay, like all this was them saying, hey, they're people being rude. They're being awful. Obviously, yeah, she's got to protect her person because this is how it's being presented. This is insane. Red. But then I tell Nano, I just wanted to ask if you're okay with being one Hellhound exclusive, and I feel really bad asking you something like this. So I'm not seeing where the bad thing is here, that like Nano did something bad here. This is all you guys being bad. Nano and I have never talked about Spite here. Here's my searching Spite and my own DMs with Nano. Okay. Is it possible that you guys deleted it? Just gonna throw that one out there. But okay, so you admit to kneecapping Spite for no apparent reason other than you guys were feeling jealous and were worried about your standing. That's how I see that. An example of the relationship Red had with Nano and how they would talk with each other. Nano told Red she wants to make my winter outfit after Red messaged her about it a few days earlier on 1/2022. Hey Nano, were you interested in designing Cinder's winter outfit? Not until a lot later this year. Wanted to ask in case we need to find someone else to design it for you to draw. Did I agree on doing Cinder winter? Because I just don't remember if I replied to that. You did not reply to that, Nano. I don't want to them. I do want to them. Okay. Oh my gosh, you do? I do. I gotta talk to some people and change things around. OMG. Wait, if you already got someone for that, no need to change. No, I'm just kidding. So, okay. F you, okay, yeah, you can do it if you want. I don't want anymore. I just kidding. I love Cinder, but F you. Ugh, whatever. Red asked Nano's other work for us to plan around with her, and Nano willingly shared this was normal between them. Be confident, wait. You're cutting something off here. For all the people that want to say they're cutting off context, what's the context in this moment right here? Because this is be confident, Nano. What was being said prior to this? For all the people saying, see, Nano removed context. What's the context being removed here, guys? Because this is not the continuation of this conversation here. If we want to play this whole context game, what are we missing here? I'm not. It's my nature. If you expect low, anything is a win. If you expect low, anything is a win. Well, I'm glad it's been going good for you. What does your art schedule look like right now? Demon Cinder, March, blank, April, blank, mid-April. A few cup arts in between. Already have something for around June. I think that's it. Let me see what else Cinder and I had planned to work with you on this year. Okay. Oh yeah, would be great to know everything. Also, is it okay to have Cinder arts for Patreon rewards? I didn't have much time for Patreon. They are starving. Okay. Nano told Red she wouldn't be able to meet the deadline for 2 pieces of art she was doing for me. Red was sympathetic and extended the deadline for her. Nano implied that she's been taking on too many projects. I'm feeling a bit concerned about deadlines for the 2.0 art. What's up? I think it would be better if you find someone else for 2.0 start screen. I didn't know they would be used the same day. Yeah, but I do. Do you think you would be able to do it by the end of April? I know you have blank and blank in April too, right? So maybe mid-May. Oh, I thought it would be earlier. Well, ideally, we would have wanted both arts within the next week or two, but if you can't do that, and we're gonna have to push back the debut, other things to end of April, mid-May would be okay if you okay. Yeah. It, okay, I'm trying to be honest again, and I'm trying to be good faith Gary here. I'm trying. This all seems random conversations and snippets and things that aren't relevant to the overall discussion here. Like where's the relevant stuff? This all seems like, hey, we're showing you that they had decent conversations. Okay, but where's all the bad conversations? Because we already know that there's not a whole lot of decent ones here. And we know that Red gossiped to Nano a lot. So if you're trying to say back in 2023, they had good discussions back and forth, is there any evidence of bad discussions? Because you already showed off the spite one. Just gonna say, too many projects and yeah. And there's also the waifu cup art Cinder. I don't know. Waifu cup art Cinder. I know to start that, but just another thing to do at some point. No, it's okay. We have to wait for blank anyways, and some other things being worked on. She'll only be starting the demon model in another weekish when she's back home. So the debut will be anywhere from end of May, mid-July, yeah. Kind of relieved besides delaying is sad. It's okay, Nano. But we have a lot of projects we want to work with you on if you're free this summer right now, LOL. I would love to if I have the time. I might stop taking big commissions for some time and only work with my current contacts. I'm kind of dying. Okay. Because I know this is supposed to be some sort of big gotcha. Like, she's the one that first started a lot of this stuff. She's the one that first started this. By the way, Legendary Scrub, he is a troll. He's a good troll. I'm sorry we're giving you so much to do. It's okay. It's my fault. I decided to birth another baby after the 2.0 and Demon Arts and you and your other projects / Patreon stuff. Then we will take up all your time. Gladly. Blank is mostly done. Just gotta make some cuts for rigging. And at least the Cinder art can help out with your Patreon after the debut. Nano turned down artwork plans that were previously discussed for some time off. Eventually, Red told her we were able to find another artist for those plans. In between, Red praised Nano for her work on another VTuber's model. Okay, I don't really care. I'm sorry, I don't care. I messaged Nano about starting some pose ideas for my first waifu cup when she was ready and available to. Hi Nano, Blank was asking me when you'll have some time to work on the art for Gamer Subs cups, and I said you were a little busy right now. Do you think we could come up with some pose ideas together when you have a chance? There's no rush. I know you're busy. Oh, of course, can do. You want it two-sided, right? That would be amazing. Okay, I told Nano I was trying to get her the okay to work on my waifu cup art on stream so it'd be easier for her, and I told her how much it meant to me to have the first waifu cup with her artwork on it. So I already saw the screenshot of how this actually ends up playing out. I already saw how this ends up playing out. Cinder was not going to be Nano's first in this situation, and this was not going to be Nano's first waifu cup. that honor goes to Silvervale. And I'm kind of happy about it. And by the way, that really hurt. That really screwed over Sinder. That really screwed up Sinder, knowing Silvervale got one up on her. Nano, I hope you're having a good weekend. The starting screen art you made, yeah. It's good. I've been trying to see if I'll be for you to work gamer subs, yeah. Oh shit, you on a banner. Oh shit, you on a banner. Yeah, letting me work on stream would help a lot. But if not possible, it's okay. I'll manage. I want to make things as easy as possible for you, okay? Would love to actually, like, get used first. Maybe, okay. So this is all you just, like, nice conversations. Got it. I asked Nano about one of them upcoming model sisters' debuts when planning my demon debut, so you wouldn't accidentally fall on the same day. Nano, do you know about when blank plans on debuting your model, just so I can plan around it if it's near my debut? Let me check on that. I believe it was around June 22nd and July 22nd, or July 22nd, or July 2nd. Blank said her debut will be around July/August. Can't say the exact date yet. Okay, I've been planning mine to be mid-July, but I'm trying to make sure I don't accidentally have it on the same day as anyone else. I mean, okay, cool. Red S Nano's project about when Silver contacted her about her model made in 2022 and encouraged her to set aside time for her own content. Oh, okay. You see, this is what I'm getting, because again, this is all back in 2023. Okay, this is all 2023. This is you trying to say that it wasn't always like all the gossip, but this is prior to the gossip beginning, which started in 2024. So this is you guys just showing off, hey, we had good conversations. This is all this is that we had good conversations, which nobody ever disagreed with and nobody ever thought wasn't like a true or real thing. Like, people thought that this was an actual reality here, that there was also good conversations mixed in with the bad. The bad probably were the minority of conversations. You know, some of the more manipulative tactics that were going on, they were probably some of the fewer conversations that were happening. It was probably majority good throughout the majority of the time, or the vast majority of the time. But all I'm seeing here is just, hey, we're having conversations. Oh, okay. Nano, you don't need to answer, but I'm just curious. When did Silver... Okay, yeah, I'm getting so fucking bored with this. I asked Nano about when she made Silver's first model from her because we grew suspicious of it. Okay, actually here, I'm going to reread this. After the GG 2.0 and Demon Art edits will give you a break to focus on yourself for a while. Do you still have a lot of other projects to do right now other than Sinder? Thank you. I need some break. Currently only blank. Silver seems to want another model though. Like brand new? Yep, she didn't reply to the model specifications, so I'm just taking this as a chance to be free. Nano, you don't need to answer, but I'm just curious, when did Silver contact you about making her first model? Also, I feel like you should take until at least July off to focus on you and your streams. Nano deserves Nano time too. You see, here's the thing. Knowing a bit about manipulation and abuse and tactics like that, this here is a sign of manipulation. You see all these good conversations and all these conversations that weren't that bad or anything like that. And then as time goes on, you have like a common rapport. You're like very open about some stuff. You're just, you know, answering here or there. Like, hey, these are just innocent questions. But the thing is, the other person who might be asking these innocent questions, they actually have ulterior motives. They actually have an ulterior reason as to why they're, you know, maybe prying up some of the stuff. And they're leading you down these paths. They weaken your defense, and then they go in for those little bits and tidbits here or there, and then run away. Grab, run, grab, run, grab, run. You know, that's how they do it. That's how they manipulate you. That's how they convince you to say some stuff that may or may not be interesting, may or may not be relevant, or may not be that important. But in the grand scheme of things, you just gave them everything they wanted from you. That's a common manipulation tactic, and that's a common abuse tactic right there. The throwing in of Silverveil right there. When did she first do this? You don't have to answer, but when did she first do this? After all these nice conversations, that's you trying to reach in there to start steering stuff. It was like 2 weeks before her birthday. Okay. At this point, I might just stick to Cinder, blank, and blank. Silver is not very responsive to me. That's surprising. What the F? We love working with you, not just for your art. So again, after we know, like, how Red and Cinder viewed Silverveil, this is them. This is, again, actually manipulation tactics right here. Oh man, that's so weird. We love working with you. We always try to respond to you. It's so weird that she's not wanting to respond to you right now. See how that kind of works out? See how that kind of plays out? See how simple these tactics are? They're super simple, and they're, unless you notice what you're looking for, you're not going to pick up on. That's actually little manipulation tactics right there. These are little tidbits, because you already know they feel threatened by Silverveil. They didn't like Silverveil. They thought Silverveil was competition for them. So when you're seeing these little things right here, this is them. We respond. Silver didn't respond. What the F? We love your work. We respond every time. That's manipulation. And I know some skits is going to say, no, that's not manipulation. That's not. No, that is. That's easily manipulation right there. Manipulation 101. But hey, it's not that surprising. That's so sweet of you, see? Picking it all right up, playing right into the traps being set out right here. Been having fun with streaming lately. Hope I can keep up. You've been doing really good. Whenever I see you on I lurk for a little while, LL. Cinder still really wants to collab with you. Maybe we can set up a drawing stream where you both draw VTubers in Paint with like a 5-minute timer or something, LOL. I want to. I'm just too pussy yet. Oh, the fucking meme thing. This sounds fun, not gonna lie. I asked Nano about when she made Silver's first model from her because we grew suspicious of it. Had anything to do with Cinder and her debut about a couple months earlier. Nano wasn't well known as a model artist in the summer of 2022 and had only done 3 models at that point, including Cinder's. More about this topic in Silver's section of the document. Yeah, but this is May of 2023. So you're asking about this. This is May of 2023. So if she's only done 3 models, okay, Silver ended up finding a model artist that she thought was good or something like that. Like that's not that suspicious. That's like, oh, that's interesting, huh? Yeah, this is you trying to poison the well right here. This is you beginning your like deep dive into this because we know you guys have issues with Silverveil. I've already seen some of the TLDR, the Silverveil stuff. I'm just gonna spoil it right here. Cinder has serious self-worth issues when it comes to Silverveil, and she still views Silverveil as being more successful, more important than she ever was, and always compares herself to Silverveil. So yeah, seeing this and already knowing how you guys view Silverveil, this isn't impressive to me. This is actually very manipulative. I thank Nano for the waifu cup artwork she made for me, and her scale figure was announced. I don't really give a shit anymore about this. Oh, wait, here. Okay, something's highlighted. I'll look at this. Nano, you did such an incredible job on the waifu cup artwork. Thank you so much for being the best ever. Thank you so much for the raid today, Nano. I'm so excited for your figure. I'm gonna be the first to get one. Sorry, I didn't reply to you before. Oh shit, I'm excited and a bit nervous. Hope it sells well. Not that's okay. No, that's okay. I'm gonna tell all my friends to buy. I appreciate it. Not gonna lie, I'll shamelessly get all help I can. I don't know what I'm supposed to be taking away from this. Like, shamelessly getting all the help she can. Good! Yeah, I'd take all the help I can get promoting my stuff. Oh, okay. Why is that highlighted? Red talked to Nano about the situation with my first waifu cup, which led to him revealing our experience with Silvervale over the past 2 years. Spite was mentioned towards the end of their conversation, and it was the last time she was ever talked about between them. Wait! Scrolling back up to the Spite stuff. Nano and I have never talked about Spite. Here's my searching Spite in my own DMs, Nano. So you talked about Spite here. You never talked about Spite. And then when we scroll down, you say, well, we talked about Spite again later on. So you lied. You flat out lied to us again. You lied to us so many times. It's not even funny at this point in time. Hey, we never talked about Spite after me saying I'm gonna, you know, not bring up Spite ever again. Here's me even searching up Spite. Oh, we brought up Spite again. That's a lie. You lied again. For fuck's sakes. They're lying during the Nano section. The big red flag, the thing that blows it all up, they're lying to your fucking face again. A large part of this document just seems like filibuster. It really does. That's why I'm kind of starting to scroll through it, because unless it's highlighted, I'm probably not going to start reading it unless there's something like this where you openly contradict what you just said. All the people saying, hey, the Nano section, this is the big smoking gun. This is the most serious part of it all. They lied. They flat out lied to your face and you're eating it up. God damn. Before this, I was told that Silver had her own waifu cup with Nano art on it that was already far into production. I was very excited and proud to have the first cup with Nano's art, and all of a sudden, that wasn't going to be the case. Not only that, but if my cup was going to be released after Silver's, I would have been harassed for copying her again. You are the perpetual victim in all this. Silver got to it first. Silver's succeeding. Silver's doing her own thing, not really even thinking about you, but all you have is Silvervale in the back of your mind this entire time. This is you acting like Silvervale's the bad guy here, not even Nano. Why is this even in Nano's section? This is all about Silvervale right here. I did not lie to Nano about anything I said in this conversation, and I would have had no reason to. Everything I said was as I genuinely thought and experienced speaking to a friend I trusted. Wait, okay, real quick. You did not lie to Nano about anything I said in this conversation. But then you go, everything I said was as I genuinely thought. So it doesn't matter if what you genuinely thought, it doesn't matter what you thought was true. If what you thought was true was a lie, you still lied. It just means you thought it was true. That's still a lie. You still spread fake information. You just thought that fake information was true. You're literally the best. What is this in reference to? Nah, the cup might be coming out a lot sooner than we were planning because of conflicts with another reason. Oh no, what a disaster. Yeah, there's another creator's thing coming out and we wanted to make sure Sinder's was released ASAP. Damn, do you know when it is? Not exactly, that's why we're rushing. Pretty hype having my art on a GG cup. Waiting to hear back about moving the release date up though. Yeah, we're super excited to be the first with your art. Had to move it up to make sure we have the first Nano Cup. Gonna be big. I'm so excited. Let me know if you get dates. It was supposed to be before I read this. This is you yet again trying to kneecap a creator just so you can be #1. This is kind of scummy right here. This is kind of pathetic right here because the whole mentality of you trying to come out before Silvervale was so that you aren't being shown off as like copying Silvervale. So now if that's your mentality, that means you're perfectly fine with Silvervale being accused of copying you. That's kind of scummy right there. That's literally kind of scummy. It was supposed to be by the way, I feel like there's some stuff missing here. I don't know if maybe that's a fucked up emoji, but there feels like some edits right here. Something's not adding up there to me. That might just be a fucked up emoji. It was supposed to be towards the end of June. We were waiting on confirmation, but it could be within the next couple of weeks. Let's go! The other thing with your art on it could be coming out soon. So we're going sonic speed on this bitch. Other thing. But they still want the art at AX, probably without cups being on sale. Yeah, wait a minute. I thought you would have been told. Okay, so I'm probably not supposed to say anything, but, Red, you gotta keep this between us. Of course, no leaks. I'm leaking excitement. God damn it. No, you can't even do that. Or I'll have to send the gorilla that beat me up that one time to your house. I don't give a K. Oh. So Sinder has been super excited about having the first cup with your art. Like super big deal with the cool double-sided 2-color effect. She's a cutie, OMG. She was talking to Blank today about upcoming cups from other creators just because she was curious. No, she wasn't. She was wanting to undercut individuals. And Blank was teasing a few to her. And he mentioned a new kind of cup he pitched to the heads of Gamer Subs, and they agreed after seeing a certain piece of art, and it'll be used on the first kind of this cup. This new cup, instead of the normal transparent waifu cup art, is a full body color art piece. I don't know how the cup will end up looking though. Okay, and this is top secret and you can't say anything to anyone, not even Blank. Because technically this was between him and Sinder and I shouldn't know about it, but damn, but I'm the manager. And I thought you knew. Blank, me, GG, people were very interested on my work. Maybe it was foreshadow. This new full body color art cup is of silver, and it's basically at the same part of production as Sinder, and it has your art. What Blank told Sinder is that it was something you drew for silver for blank, but I don't even know. And it was never used. So she's reusing it here after Blank pitched the idea to make it. So Sinder starts panicking about it. We have no clue when they plan on releasing that cup, but if it's before Sinder, it won't be the first Nano cup. And not only that, but Sinder said the hand with the heart position are really similar, which isn't your fault since you didn't know anything about this. And if Sinder's cup were to release after hers, then it would just be more fuel to the ongoing drama between them. And Sinder will get more hate about. Plus, here, hers is a brand new full art color cup, while Sinder would have a normal waifu cup and would have overshadowed in comparison. So it's okay for Sinder to cut down Silvervale, and it's okay for Silvervale to then be accused of copying Sinder because you want the first Nano cup. Because you are perpetually in this weird competition with Silvervale that she does not want to be in. She does not want any part of, because you're in this position that you've put yourself in. You're willing to cut down others and have them feel potentially the things you're feeling for what? Because think about this. And this is something I've been pointing out more and more. You know, how they feel about Spite, how they felt about Silvervale. Do you think maybe they felt the same way about you? Because if not, that's narcissism. That's fucked up. You don't think maybe, just maybe, they're also getting harassment and mistreatment because people are saying that they're copying you. You never thought about that? Again, this is the section that's supposed to blow the door out on everything and prove that Nano is the lying twat. All I'm seeing right now, guys, is that you're still awful people, willing to undercut individuals for perceived wrongdoings that aren't even there. So Blank was doing overtime coordinating Blank to try and work out an emergency plan to get Cinder's cup out ASAP. There's just a lot of unspoken drama between Cinder and Silver. Only me and a couple other people know everything. It was important we get Cinder out before her. I'm willing to bet, because again, I have the TLDR, it's just that Silver never wanted to work with Cinder. That's about it. That's about it. She has drama with Silver. There's just been a lot of misunderstandings and coincidences. The internet thinks Cinder copied everything about Silver, and it's basically confirmed that Silver doesn't like Cinder because of it. If I have to go off what Silver has stated, because that's what I'm going to use, because they've already said that they don't even understand where Silver was coming from and with Silver's whole thing. Silver didn't like Cinder because Cinder kept going after Silver to try to get her to do collabs and other stuff, and Silver was getting bad vibes from her. That was the whole reason Silver wasn't really liking Cinder. It wasn't because of all the comparisons and anything like that. It was because you kept pestering her and she wasn't vibing with you. That's what it was. And then when it came to a lot of the other things that I've already seen some screenshots of, all you cared about was money and business, and Silver didn't like that. So to see this right now, this doesn't paint you in a good light in my eyes. This is all painting you in a very bad light, and it's you trying to manipulate Nano to try to go faster and say, hey, do you know what? There's some bad things going on here. It's kind of sad my babies not getting really well together, not gonna lie. Woot. Cinder rated Silver multiple times, and she's the only one that Silver won't say her name because she doesn't trust Cinder. Silver once was at Cinder's debut last year. Cinder started growing fast, and then not even a month later contacts you about getting a model from you herself, rushed for her birthday. There's more instances like that, but Silver refuses to follow, acknowledge, or interact with Cinder at all because it's assumed that Cinder copied her. It sucks because she didn't. Ironically, Cinder is only Cinder because of Silver, but not because she copied her. The complete opposite. History lesson time. Before Cinder was Cinder, she was Tashi with an ASMR channel, which she still does sometimes. Silver didn't like Cinder and how she would respond to Cinder's raids in the past experience. We had to infer that Lily's reaction to her raids, along with her other behavior, signaled she had a problem with Cinder. Oh my fucking god. Are you serious? Wait, are we serious here? Silver didn't like Cinder, yes, because of how many times Cinder pestered Silver into trying to do stuff and how you guys wouldn't leave her alone, to the point that you're even asking her managers to try to set up a collab with her, even though she doesn't do collabs. God damn. Even if Silver legitimately didn't like Cinder, how does that implicate Silver in this conspiracy? They're trying to create... Yeah, agreed. Like, even if it's true that they didn't like her, what's the relevance there? You're trying to cut down somebody that doesn't like you. She doesn't like you. She legitimately didn't like you for a valid reason. So your answer to that, because she doesn't want to respond to your collabs or anything like that, is cut her the fuck down. That's fucked up. Silver didn't like Cinder, and how she would respond to Cinder's raids in the past experience. We had to infer that Lily's reactions to her raids. The fuck does any of that mean? Like, I'm reading this, okay? Silver didn't like Cinder, and how she would respond to Cinder's raids is the past experience we had to infer that Lily's reactions to her raids. along with other behavior, signaled that she had a problem with Sinder. I don't know what that means. I feel like I just had like a stroke. Because I don't know if you're trying to say because Lily responded the way Silver would respond to, Lily started responding the way Silver would respond to Sinder raids, led you to believe that Lily didn't like Sinder anymore. But that's not what you're saying here at the same time. This is, I legitimately feel like I just had a stroke trying to read through this. Which she still does sometimes. Wait, which she still does sometimes. Oh yeah, I've seen that. The pink, of course. Yeah, she always loved wolves and she always loved the cherry blossom motif. So we were going to turn her already successful existing character into her VTuber, but turn her into a wolf girl. We wrote lore for it and everything. She was a cherry blossom wolf girl who was the nature goddess / spirit of the forest. Oh shit, oh shit. God damn it. Is this really where we're going with this? This whole like history lesson that the only reason Cinder's the way Cinder is because basically she had her own model idea. Then Silverveil debuted. Silverveil was so exactly similar to what actual the original OC was for Cinder. So they had to change it last minute and they went down this different path altogether. So ever since then, they've had a bone to pick with Silverveil. Because Silver feels one way, Lily feels based off of that. Maybe. Like, I don't want to read through this whole thing that is just the Silverveil history lesson all over again, which I'm sorry, I don't really give a shit. Because this is just you confirming that you guys have issues with Silverveil. But you can tell me that this is better than this. I don't... Okay, this is you just shitting all over Silverveil. Where's the spiked stuff? DW, I love gossips. Oh, okay, well, okay, so I'm just skimming through this, and whenever I see the glowy thing here, this is her saying, well, I love gossip, okay? I love some good gossip. If this is her saying, hey, it's okay that they were gossiping the whole time, the person that initiated the gossip wasn't Nano, it was Red. So she's saying, hey, I enjoy a little gossip here or there. You know, like the Silverveil stuff. I enjoy something like that. That's not her saying, hey, it's okay to you gossip to me all the fucking time because you're the one that initiated the gossip. Nano, isn't it 2 or 3 a.m. for you? I don't care. Nano, DW, I love gossip. Nano always been open to talk about drama and gossip with me. Okay. Okay, so that doesn't mean that you guys that allowed you and said it was okay for you to start bad-mouthing your friends to her. Friends that she also considered her friends. That's not the okay to do that. Just because you have a little gossip here or there or a little tea here or there that you're kind of interested in doesn't mean shit. This still more, oh god, it's still more of this fucking Silverveil nonsense. Holy shit, why isn't this all in the Silverveil section? Seriously, I don't want to read through this entire Silverveil bullshit right here. This should be all Nano. This all here should be Nano. The whole Nano segment, why are we talking about Silverveil out the blue? Like, seriously here. I'm skipping this because it's not relevant. The relevant part about this is, see, in the past, Nano liked to talk drama with me about other situations. Okay, maybe that should have been a good idea for Nano as well. I'm going to put that out there because these are also her clients. Maybe that wasn't a good idea for Nano. That still doesn't excuse your behavior. Just because Nano did bad behavior doesn't excuse your bad behavior. I don't really give a shit about... People make too much fuzz out of nothing too. You mean the nothing that they're making? Like, they made too much shit out of nothing. Now we're on the model chapter. Man, still pretty mean for Silver's side. Dude, also, Sinder did art class. It explains why her eyes for art is real good. I don't give a shit. This is still just... This is you opening the door about drama and then saying, well, because I acted bad and then Nano acted bad, that should have been, excuse my bad behavior. No, it doesn't. You both acted bad there. And between these screenshots, Red told Nano the story about the long process of getting my first model, but it's not relevant to show here. No, show it. Show it, because this whole section right here, let's be fair here, it's not relevant. This is all about your disgruntledness with Silvervale. But if we want to do this whole, hey, it's not relevant thing, if we're going to be playing all this context stuff, show it. Come on, show it. Don't say it's not relevant here. No, if you're trying to establish that she loves gossip so much, if she enjoys gossip so much, show that shit. Come on. Nut the fuck up. And he got us with blank. And then you know the rest with the rigging, teaching you how to make models and cutting the swimsuit, Cinder, yeah. Okay, this is all. So wait, so then you're just gonna cut to the very end of it. Yeah, that's fun. Then we have a video that I can't see. We have more things that, okay, so we made this meme. The exact same thing. Silver does not follow Cinder. I'm so lost. Samuel the Infamous for $10. Dude, I can tell you how much you don't care about VTuber drama. Just dropping by to hit the, dude, I can't tell you how much you, I think I can't tell you how much you don't care about VTuber drama. Just dropping by to hit the thumbs up and say thanks for the Twix signal boost earlier. Much appreciated, brother. Oh, no problem. By the way, guys, go check out Samuel the Infamous's channel. He's a great dude. I fucking love Sam. I try to check out his content as much as I can. He's been playing a whole lot more games. He's been playing games with Adam. I know that for sure. Go check him out. He's great. One of my best friends. Okay, I really do consider him one of my best friends. So please check him out. Not you, LOL Smolkies. Hey, it works out, buddy. All this is just more drama between them and trying to establish, hey, they feel like Silver's copying them. Okay, the exact same thing. Silver does not follow Cinder. Okay, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. What's this? Now listen, I don't want you to think we're telling you not to work with her. At this point, Cinder should just give up on that and keep walking. She's a big customer. But here's the thing. Okay, so I know I skipped over so much of this because I don't view how relevant it actually is. But if this is you, you know, complaining about Silver, showing all this stuff all over the place, saying Silver's been copying us, saying Silver's doing this, saying Silver's trying to one-up us, or doing all this stuff, and then you magically come out here and go like, now listen, I don't want you to think we're telling you not to work with Cinder. At this point, Cinder should just give up on that and keep walking. She's a big customer. Yeah, but you guys ended up saying you don't want her to work with Silvervale. Again, all this here is manipulation. All of this is manipulation, simple manipulation tactics. Say, hey, we've been having issues here. You know, she's been copying us here. Hey, she's trying to one-up his here. Hey, we feel slighted here. We feel slighted here. We feel slighted here. Hey, she's not this. She's not that. She's Hey, but we're not telling you not to work with her. But you were trying to tell her not to work with her. This is all trying to lead her down a path to end up having you say, hey, don't work with her, and have her cut her off. We get that she's a big client. We're not saying don't work with her, but look at how bad she's been behaving. Look at how awful she's been behaving. That's what manipulation is. That's why I started skipping through this, because it's like, what's the actual relevant parts? Okay, I can see what you're doing here. You're just bitching about Silvervale. Then you say this. No, this is you trying to lead her down the path to get you to agree that, hey, maybe Silver's a bad person. You know, maybe Silver is this bad person that you're telling her to be. Maybe I should rethink actually working with her. That's manipulation. That's what that is. Hey, I'm not telling you not to work with her, but we really don't want you to work with her. True and real. It's just hard because it's hard for the public to separate the two. Kind of like blank. Probably Cinder. Probably spite. I did this with blank and I'm leaving, but blank seems to like a cool guy. He just feels like my Dinkelberg. LOL, Cinder is Silver's Dinkelberg. That's perfect. God damn it. I don't understand blank issue. Cinder just tried to be nice and Silver hating her. Yes, exactly. No. Cinder was being very stalkerish and obsessive. Like this whole thing that I'm not a stalker of Silver. I'm not a stalker of Silver. Why are we really talking about Silver in the Nano section? Why are we having this whole segment dedicated to Silvervale? Like, all this is just Silvervale. I'm not obsessed with Silvervale, guys. I'm not a stalker of Silvervale. I'm not freaking out about Silvervale. Although, here's this massive section where all I'm going to do is start complaining about Silvervale and how we interacted with Nano about Silvervale. Okay, cool. But they're irreplaceable because people always associate them together. Yeah. Oh, so, like, we're not saying stop working with Silver, but, like, we'll always have plenty work for you if you're willing to take it. We really appreciate everything you do for us, and Cinder really wants to get closer with you. She's just learning to be more social. God damn it. Guys, we didn't manipulate her. We didn't lead her down this path. We didn't do this at all. See, we're saying we're not telling you not to do this. Guys, I'm not saying click that like button right now, but you know, it would be nice if you guys click that like button because I really like you guys. So please click that like button, share it out with your friends, and do all that stuff. Please, come on, guys. I'm not telling you to do that, but that's really cool, and I really do love it when you guys do that for me. Okay, I really do love it and appreciate it when you guys do that for me. It's super fun. I love it so much when you do that, but I'm not going to tell you to do that. Yeah, didn't manipulate you at all. That's a cute statement. Also, shit my ass. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Cinder rated Silver like 3 or 4 times. Shit. I'm using we're here, but Cinder had no idea this conversation was happening until I told her about it later. I was speaking for both of us without her knowledge or consent, which is bad, and Silver and Cinder should have stopped your ass out right there, but the thing is, Cinder agreed. Cinder's even admitted she agreed. Yeah, this is all mismanagement on the part of Cinder as well. All this is Cinder's fault. Cinder should have stomped that shit out real quick, but she never did because she agreed with it. So then Red kept doing it because she agreed with it. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, Cinder raided Silver like 3 or 4 times with the like fat raids, 1,000, 2,000 people, and Silver refuses to say Cinder on stream. She'll say, "Thank you so much. Welcome, raiders. Go follow her." Is there evidence of Silvervale saying, "Oh my god, thank you so much, X, thank you so much, X, thank you so much, X"? Or is it often, "Hey, thank you so much for raiders, shout out raiders"? Like, I didn't realize that this message was cut off when these screenshots were taken. Every single other raid, she'll call them their name. What the F? Like, make it more obvious you have a problem, Silver. Well, I mean, Silver did have a problem with you because you constantly pestered and bothered her. She can't even hide it. They briefly talked about Silver leaving VShojo between these screenshots. They briefly talked about it. Why don't we make it a bigger thing? By the way, about Silver's model, it's not her that came to me, it was me. I wanted to ask her if she wanted a better model since that one was kinda made in a rush. But not gonna lie, I regret asking it because I'm not sure I'm up to more model work, and all this talk makes me feel sus. She didn't give me a proper reply about the model yet anyways. Wait a minute. Wait. So this starts off, and this is partially Nano's fault. I am gonna lay some of this some of the blame out here at Nano's feet. So this starts off by them assuming Silver came to Nano to get the model. And then it ends with, well, Silver didn't actually come to me. I went to her because I wanted her to have a better model. But, you know, after you talked to me about how scummy she has been to Cinder, how awful she has been to Cinder, I'm now reconsidering. I'm now thinking, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't do all that. Again, this is manipulation. You can sit there and say, hey, she was perfectly fine accepting all the gossip and doing all the gossip. She was perfectly fine. all of that, you get the whole, hey, we're not asking you to cut ties. We're not asking you to cut ties. We're not asking you to cut ties. That's you leading her down the path to get to this point. Don't miss me with your bullshit here. That's a flat out evidence of you manipulating her. This is all evidence of you manipulating her, gaslighting her, and leading down the path that you wanted her to be at because of some perceived slight between you and Silver, leading her to conclusions that they orchestrated legitimately. Yes, this is just you leading her down to the ultimate path. Fuck you. Literally, fuck you. She didn't give me a proper reply. Oh, okay, no worries, Nano. I'd rather it be you asking her than her asking you, lol. Oh my god, I found it. Sinder VTuber does wonderful brightness. I don't give a shit. This was a reply to one of Cinder's tweets last week, lol. Yeah, just wanted to say that so it's less weird. Still, a lot of the bag though. Is okay. Is okay. Damn, actually comfy. Nano clarified to me that she was the one who went to Silver about a new model when she told me about it on 5/4/2023, but was already regretting it due to not being up for more model work. Nano taking on more models than she could handle will continue to happen over the next couple of years. No. Wow, gaslighting much. Gaslighting. Full-fledged gaslighting right there. What do you think would happen? She went to Silver. Okay, let's work down this whole thing. She went to Silvervale to see, hey, do you want a new model? You want any of this? You want any of that? You pick up on that notion that, hey, Silver might be getting a new Nano model. And then there's the whole cup discussion. And then from the cup discussion, you start leading it down to, well, you know, there's this big drama between Silver and Sinder. And you start doing the gossip about Silver and Sinder. And now all at the same time where you're doing the gossip between Silver and Sinder, you're saying, hey, I don't want you to quit working with Silver, by the way. I'm not asking you to quit working with Silver, by the way, but I'm going to keep talking about how this drama is going so far out of hand, how it's getting so bad, how it's going so crazy, and how awful it truly is. And then at the end, I'm going to have you. I'm going to start getting more information from you. And then guess what? Guess what happens? You start admitting, hey, in reality, I went to Silver to see if she wanted a new model. She didn't come to me, you know, because she's seeing all this back and forth. She's seeing all this stuff. She's seeing all this drama. And then she says, you know what? I do have a lot of models on my plate right now. And I'm feeling kind of sus about how Silver's been acting. Maybe I should just cancel on Silver. You see how that train works? You see how that logic path works? This is you gaslighting us right now. You are full-fledged lying and manipulating the reader in this. You can't come out and say, well, I mean, she said she had a lot of work and she came to this conclusion all on her own. No, she didn't. You led her to that conclusion. You led her to that point. Miss me with that shit. God damn. I wonder who that's about. It's just been crazy, Nano, and that's why we're rushing the cup, lol. Welcome to the inner circle. Only a few other people know that know the Silver drama. That was like how I met your mother, but cup. Yeah, but cup, maybe next cup. Chug off an asshole. Okay, that's kind of funny. I no longer want a butt cup. I know, give me a boob cup, please. But it's a great investment. Oh, really? Is that so? Believe me, I'm professional. Oh, this is them just bitter banter back and forth. A few more of my community knows the tale. Nano, it's 5 a.m. for you, and you're about to tell me about bad butt history. How am I supposed to take that? And don't say up the ass. God damn it. Also, thank you for all the explanation. It was a ride. I do be a bit dead inside. I wonder why she's a bit dead inside now. I wonder why she might feel that way now. After you laid out all this stuff in a massive drama, why would she maybe not want to interact with somebody who her go-to customer might be thinking is a bad person? Yes, it's nice to have you on the same page with everything, especially since I don't think this is going away soon. I appreciate you staying up to listen. Gonna have my Cinder figure and my Nano figure right next to each other, and the silver figure will be in the box in the closet. You're kind of a dick, dude. I know it's kind of different situation, but I do feel very similar to me and Blank, so it pains me a lot. Was Blank ever mean to you? No, that's why I say it's a bit different. Oh, yeah, Blank was nice when Cinder worked with them. They actually rated 2-day, lol. I just felt being like Shadow for long. I still get the feeling back, but I bulk up. Hell yeah, buff Nano. You're out here doing full illustrations. And this is just you like putting her up. Look at it. Look how good of the work you do. You see, like, this is super easy to figure out what's going on. He's giving her compliments. He's saying, look how great it is. Look how wonderful your work is. Hey, all at the same time, I mean, look, Silver, you're in this shadow of Silver. Hey, you also feel the same way. You feel like you're in the shadow of somebody else, but look at how great you are in comparison. Look at how good your work is. Look at it. All this is manipulation. All of this is fucking manipulation. This was supposed to be the big bombshell thing. The thing that proves that Nanolis lied to all of you. We never manipulated her. We never did anything. We never gaslit her. This is what it is. This is textbook manipulation. God damn, you guys are fucking awful at this. Oh, why is this one in red? Oh, also, we can't really say anything about Spite because people will say, well, you copied Silver, didn't you? Bruh, I kind of thought about it. So we're stuck on both sides, lol. The plot twist is Cinder became the Two-Face 2, but on Spite. Cinder was literally designed to not copy Silver, and the cycle never ends. LOL. Spite actually came into Cinder's chat last year. Tails says it's still turning people. When she was growing really fast and introduced herself, cheered 1500 bits too. Then like a month later, unfollowed her on Twitter and started taking her ideas, Cinder's ideas, like the flames. Well, we already know that all this is a lie. We already know that actually a lot of those ideas came like to Spite first. So, again, let's see. This was 5/10/2023. When was all the Spite stuff going on? 1/23/23. This is all you talked about in regards to Spite. Reminder, guys. Reminder. The Spite section was all they ever talked about in regards to Spite. They never talked about Spite anywhere else. See, they even showed us DMs. You go back up. We could go back up. They even showed us. Hey, we never talked about Spite after this conversation. See, here's me literally looking through our DMs to show you Spite. See? Nano and I have never talked about Spite. Here's me searching Spite in my own DMs with Nano. Oh, wait, that was Sinder. So, okay. But then I tell Nano, I just wanted to ask if you're okay with being one Hellhound exclusive, and I feel really bad. So this is you guys. You guys never talked about Spite after this, but then full on talk about Spite again. You lied to us. You lied to us. And this is you again, steering her in a direction, steering her away from ever working with Spite. One Hellhound exclusive, guys. Didn't copy anything. We've already been through so much of this. This was all in, I believe, Nano, Spites. We've seen this a lot before. This is her then basically saying, yeah, we're cutting off Spite, a small content creator, because we view that she's stealing from us, even though that wasn't even true. That wasn't true to begin with. Spite actually came out and showed the timeline of everything. Spite came up with so many of these ideas before Sinder, and it looked like Sinder was copying Spite. Yeah, and the unfollow and the random I'm not copying tweets. Now, if you just look at her page, she uses fire all the time because she's a Cerberus. God damn it. Red told me that the gist of his conversation with Nano, and the next morning I messaged her about it. Red told me he was talking to you about the full story, LMAO. I haven't really told anyone else about this except blank and blank last month, then of course blank yesterday. It's just been eating me alive since I released my design, and I can't escape being been living with this for so long without anyone knowing the truth. It's just been, but I also didn't want to say anything or tell anyone because I hate drama and I just want everyone to be nice and happy. I also didn't want to tell you about the cup art being similar because I don't want you to feel bad or blame yourself for anything, but I'm glad and relieved you understand now. I'm so thankful for you. I want to get to know you more than just a business partner and have fun together and play games when you're ready to. I know you're gonna have so much fun. It'll be a lot, not gonna lie. I just feel sad because I know how the being someone's shadow eats your sanity. It's time to be strong and forget about Silver. You're really so big. You don't need any validation from her. Wow. Yes. You don't need to even think about Cinder. All the vindication I'm seeing. Oh my god, Cinder's vindicated. Cinder's vindicated. See, she wasn't manipulating anybody. This is total vindication. This is total victory. Cinder's a total L. This is not total L. This is total W Cinder. All of this has been manipulation, gaslighting, misleading, and getting Nano to fundamentally say she's no longer working with Silver. This is all this is. Super easy. Clean cut. I just feel bad. It's time to be strong and forget about Silver, which, yes, you should have taken that advice. Also, the blank stuff was very shocking. And yeah, the cup art is such a sad coincidence. I didn't know any of this. Damn, yeah, it's a coincidence. It's only a coincidence. Who cares about similarities anyways? There are dozens of cat girl VTubers who look very similar. I've never understood this argument, and I've never seen it outside of Cinder's situation. Like, there are people that look similar. There are people that have, like, similarities here or there, but nobody freaks out about it. Hell, take a look at Smug-Alana and Kirsha. Who, by the way, Smug-Alana and Kirsha are friends. Smug-Alana, in one of her forms, is a white fox. A snow fox, but a white fox. Kirsha's a white fox. You don't see either one of them freaking out about the other. You don't see that ever going on. Hey, what about the new Firefox form, the Smug-Alana? You know what? I think that's just like Sinder. No. And yeah, there's so many variations when it comes to my idea of my potential VTuber model that I would love to have one day. I have a ton of ideas. I have a ton of things, but I know there's going to be some similarities here or there. It's inevitably going to happen. There's always going to be something that's similar. And you pulled up the idea of the cat girls. Fillion. Hey, you know what? White foxes. White foxes. We could... I think the best example is always going to be Kirsha compared to Smug-Alana, big boobas, both white foxes. But if we want to take it another way, Tenma. Tenma's a white fox girl. We can take a look at some of the Hololive girls and some other VTubers. We can see similarities. It's all over the place. There's always people with similarities. It's not that insane. It's okay. I'm going to keep celebrating all the cool stuff I get to do and have fun with my friend. Like, here, I'm going to back to the similarities. Look at the Under the Tea podcast. I don't like to bring them up because I don't like them, but look at them. Before Mizu was a puddle yokai, Mizu was another mermaid. They had 2 mermaid VTubers and Oko, who was an octopus. Hey, you know who else is an octopus? A Hololive girl. Ina? Yeah, Ina. Ina's an octopus. Oh my god, Oko copied Ina. No. No. But they're both octopuses. No. Hey, how many different rat VTubers are there? They all copied Haka's Bell. They all copied her. No, that's not how that works. I never read that much text so long. I'm very cultured. I can imagine it's been a long time since this all started, and so much happened. I can only imagine how much you molded over the first model. Damn. But I'm thankful it worked out. Yada yada yada. So cool. Yeah. Later in our conversation, we were talking about my scale figure that was in pre-production. I mean, that was a damn good scale figure. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of hot. They just sent this and want to do a bikini instead. This is so good already, featuring the model you drew that Red chopped up. I can see that and I laughed. Dude, I love this quadruple A, whatever. The fire on the base is a great addition. I'm gonna fight for this so hard. Try having good smile to make demon, but good smile didn't even want silver. This is again you putting yourself over silver and comparing yourself to silver. Oop. Stop talking about silver. I agree. Literally, stop it. Stop it. You bring her up all the time is the problem. You bring her up all the time is you showing off. You have a problem. You see yourself and always want to compare yourself to Silvervale. Stop it. That's a bad mentality. God damn. LMO, I'm kidding. Good Smile is just really picky about who they work with. Yeah, I bet. Maybe one day though, you never know what can happen, right? For me, just having my own figure with novel is huge deal. I can die in peace. I'm so proud of you, Nano. You're doing amazing things. I'm pretty sure, didn't they end up dropping, Good Smile end up dropping the Silvervale thing because they didn't get funded after the drama? I don't know. When Nano suggested I have Good Smile make my demon figure, I said they didn't even want silver, which is something I heard from another friend. Good Smile is very hard to get to work with. She was a much larger creator than me at the time, so I thought my chances of working with them were even smaller. I chose to keep this in and pointing this out because it's the only time I said anything mean about silver in any of my DMs with anyone. I don't believe you for shit. You're gonna sit here and tell me you never DM'd Red while maybe you're away from home or something like that, or he's away from home for some business reasons or whatever. You never DM'd Red your problems with Silvervale. You're gonna sit here and tell me you never DM'd anybody else your issues with Silvervale. Bull fucking shit. I call lies right there. I don't believe that for a second. I messaged Nano to tell her we need to change the artwork on one side of my waifu cups because it's too similar to Silver's. When Nano suggested I have Good Smile, Good Smile is very hard to work with. I thought my chances of working with them were even smaller. I chose to keep this in, and I'm pointing this out because the only time I said anything mean about Silver. Bullshit. And I'm willing to bet as we read through here, I could probably find some things that are pretty mean. Good example, there are only so many variations on a select few popular animals. Exactly. Yeah. I think I reread that. Nano, I have to give you a heads up. GamerSups needs us to change the orange art. Is it because of the pose issue? I was just in a call with them to discuss when my cup was being released, along with the artwork similarities between mine and Silver's cups, since her cup has been in development since December, plus the issue with them potentially releasing so close together. They've suggested we change the pose with a new piece of artwork before the end of this week, so I wanted to ask if you think you'd have the time to do that for me. Blank said he'd pay you an expedited fee on top of the commission price. The good news is that we'll still be able to use the first artwork on other kinds of merch and as banners for their booths, just not on the cup. They also wanted me to ask you if you were paid for the first 2 pieces of artwork. Oh, I could try to change just the arm if can be an option, but I'm fine doing a new one too. They didn't pay anything yet. They said they'd prefer brand new ones, so 3 separate pieces, especially because they want 3 to fill a giant mouse pad. Ayo. I'll let them know you haven't been paid and Blank should get on that ASAP. Do you think you'll have time this week to do it? I can do the rushies again. I'll be removing wisdom teeth tomorrow, but I'm 80% sure I'll be good. Last time I was at least. Nano, don't die trying to art. I hate this. Nano suggested an artist for a reference sheet, and Red told her that we were holding onto my winter outfit for her to do since she was interested. Oh, by the way, if you want a color artist for reference, so I don't give a shit. Nano asked Red if we could pay for a commission for her and subtract the total from the artwork. Okay, I don't really give a shit. And again, we said this already. A lot of this feels like just filibuster, and you're trying to talk about this artwork and all this. This was while we were at Anime Expo and had just bought a life-size standee of her. Okay, whatever. I showed Nano that I included her eye symbol in my demon room after my debut, which I've been including in all my major room backgrounds for years. Nano wasn't a tool for Red or I to use. She was someone we both cherished working with. She said she was planning to start on my winter design soon. Okay. That doesn't mean that you weren't trying to manipulate her. Because, again, we were going through, like, there's signs of manipulation all over the place. Cool. Yeah, cool. Nano's eyes. Okay, eyes. I don't give a shit. Red messaged Nano about Silver, asking about a model right after my demon model debut. Silver Cup out this Friday. We'll post. Yes, she told me. At least Cinder's came out first. Yes, and it's doing so well. Did she have you make a second art piece recently for it? Gold bar raising fast. Yeah, it is. We gonna get that flavor. I think I made last month or even before that. But man, Cinder's model called a lot of attention. Blank and Blank messaged me for models. Did she ask you for a new model yet since Cinder debut? LOL. She was copying Nano. Yeah, see, she's copying Nano. She's copying Nano, guys. She's copying Nano. Nano mentioned to me that more people are contacting her for models because of Cinder. Cool. She kind of did, actually, but I'm kind of excited for Blank. Me and Cinder were like, she probably already asked Nano, are you planning to work on another model for her or just Blank are new? I think she got upset about Cinder's figure stealing her figure Cinder. Dude, there's no way. I mean, Cinder's been blasting. Oh, god damn it. She just got it all, LOL. Wait, did you tell her no? Silver been kind of missing, I think. Oh, not yet, actually. I know it's Cinder's enemy, but still, my client. I'm sorry. It's okay. But keep in mind that I love Cinder so much. Okay. Okay, yes. I see what you're trying to establish here. It's like, hey, we weren't pushing her. And see, she was still willing to work with Silvervale, even though we didn't want her to. We weren't pushing her. It's okay. Even after the fact that once all the whole Silvervale things were going down, she said, maybe I'll start reconsidering. You know, I'm having questions about reconsidering on her because she is still one of my clients. See, but then it's like, oh, listen, I get it. See, this is manipulation again. Easy manipulation. This is literally just being nice and leading you to your ultimate conclusion. Like, hey, we're gonna pull off, but I'm gonna tell you stuff here or there. I'm gonna try to lead you there at the end of the day without letting you know that I'm leading you there. After I asked Nano, Nano told me Silver already asked her for a model after Cinder's demon debut, which was 3 days before this, when I enthusiastically said, wait, did you tell her no about the model? Nano had the ability to tell me no. Silver was still her client, regardless of how I felt about it, which I accepted. That's just business. Her calling Silver Cinder's enemy at the time were her words, not mine. Her calling Silver Cinder's enemy at the time were her words, not mine, and not how we viewed Silvervale at this time, just someone treating her unfairly. Bull fucking shit. Bull fucking shit. Nobody holds grudges like this and don't consider them an enemy. You're saying, well, she just feels this. It's just, you know, we just think she's unkind to us at this point in time. We didn't think she was an enemy, even though here's this massive section where all I'm doing is bitching about Silvervale and talking about how awful Silvervale's been treating us. We weren't viewing her as an enemy. Those were her words, guys. Bull fucking shit. Quit gaslighting me. Quit trying to act like I'm retarded. Quit pissing on my fucking head and telling me it's raining. This is loads of dog water. No wonder people started tapping out of this shit and go like, this is fucking ridiculous. Cause it is. You're gonna sit here and tell me we didn't consider Silvervale our enemy. We didn't do that at all. Even though there's this massive section during the Nanolist segment of all this where we're just bitching about Silvervale to Nano. We didn't consider her an enemy. Fuck off. There's no way Nano just comes to the statement of enemies based off of the conversation we've seen. I think it's normal for her to start thinking, yeah, I think they're enemies. I think that would be normal. If this is the side of the information you're getting, you're seeing how poorly she's been saying, how awful this is, you see all this like back and forth, it's natural for her to say, hey, I think they're enemies. I think they're enemies. We never thought of them as enemies. Those were her words. That's awful. This is fucking awful right here, you scumbags. Holy shit balls. This isn't good. None of this is good. None of this helps you at all. And this is seriously poisoning the well at the end of the day. For fuck's sakes, this is some of the most disgusting, downright awful shit I've seen in years. But keep in mind that I love Cinder so much. Is she rushing you for a birthday model again? Listen, I just wish she'd play nice, man. Like Cinder didn't copy you. Stop being like this. Oh no, it's just a new model with one of the contest outfits, right? I don't see a point. Like, wow, Wolf Girl. Please, don't be bitch Silver. Guys, we don't see her as an enemy. Fuck off. We just wanted Silver to get along with Cinder, but we could recognize the way she'd always act towards Cinder. I'm gonna call her a bitch. We just wanted her to work with Cinder, but she's a bitch. So just, blank isn't confirmed yet, but blank is. Oh, okay. I thought blank was working on her own new model. She is, but seems to be busy to keep on that. Oh, I'm glad everyone's interested in working with you. You deserve the attention. So then why did you start thinking about an exclusivity deal? You deserve the attention. And I hope your own VTubing is going well. Cinder still wants to collab. Like, again, this is just you being super nice. And it's that affirmation thing. It's, you know, like, hey, we're being super good. You're super good. You're super cool. Colts do this shit. Colts do this fucking shit. You've been doing good, though. What the hell? I don't know. I just be like that. How is your new design coming? Oh, and I guess we can start working on Cinder's winter design whenever you want, lol. Make sure you save time for new Cinder stuff too, with blank and silver and everything else you do. My new model's going a bit slow, not gonna lie. Also, don't worry, didn't confirm anything with silver yet. I think Cinder and silver will always be fighting for your work behind the scenes. What's up with your new model? Again, they're fighting for the work. Definitely not enemies, guys. Definitely not enemies. Oh, no big deal. Just taking my time to work on it. Can I post the 2.0 Cinder art too? I'm okay waiting for the actual. Yeah, whatever. Me saying I think Cinder and silver will always be fighting for your work behind the scenes is the first instance of me implying we would eventually be competing directly with anyone. Bull fucking shit. What? My analysis so far, this is the worst document. The initial pages, I thought, hey, this was better than her initial apology. Going through this now, people said the Nanolist segment was going to be the one that vindicates Cinder. It proves that Nanolist was lying the entire time. I'm reading through this and I'm looking at this. It's like, you're lying to me? You're gaslighting me, and you're manipulating Nano in front of us all while saying you're not manipulating Nano. For fuck's sakes, me saying I think Cinder and Silver will always be fighting for your work behind the scenes is the first instance of me implying we would eventually be competing directly with anyone. There was the cup drama. This is after the cup drama, guys. The whole cupgate that I'm going to be calling it from now, where they're freaking out because Silver might eventually get the first Nano cup. This is the first time we ever talked about possible competition with our other individuals. This is the first time right here. Ignore Cupgate. Literally, like, she would have been better off just going back to streaming. This is atrocious. Oh my god, Cinder Defender's out here trying to act like this is fucking a massive W. Fuck off. Or just actually apologize and go back to stream. Legitimately, just apologize, go back. Say, hey, I fucked up. We had some fuck ups. Hey, I'm going back to streaming. That's all you needed to do. Right here, you're pissing on my head and telling me it's raining. People thought that this was vindication. Fuck you. You guys are some of the dumbest fucking retards out there. This is not vindication. I don't feel lied to. In fact, lied to by Nano. Let's be very clear here. I don't feel lied to by Nano. I'm feeling lied to and gaslit right now by Cinder and Red. Dude. BS Warren, you need to read the first sections. The first 3 sections you need to read. Or you can watch my video on it that is out right now. I'm going to be waiting to put out this video because this is probably going to be a multi-part segment of me just reading through Nanolist. Because technically I'd need to be going to bed right now because I still have an early morning meeting. But I'm going to read a little bit more because right now... I need to see, are people in the Discord? I need to see this. Nah, I'm sitting here. I'm taking in this information, okay? I'm taking this all in. This is the first time we ever talked about potentially being competing directly with anyone. This is after Cupgate. This is after her talking about how they needed to rush out and try to get that cup out before Silvervale because they wanted to be the first ones out there to have the very first Nano cup out there, not Silvervale. This is just gaslighting. I'm sorry. I'm not convinced that anything's good here. And I know I'm only goddamn. I'm not very far into this. Like I'm 86 pages in because of how I have it zoomed in. But what I'm reading here is flat out gaslighting. This is gaslight. God damn it. I'm so amazed at how many people have now been announcing that they're retarded. That they're retarded and easily manipulated. There's so many people coming out here and openly saying that, hey, yes, the Nanoist segment condemns Nano as a liar. I think this condemns you guys as lying. The entire beginning is. Dude. I'm being gaslit right now in the middle of Nano's whole thing. This is how fucked up this is. I think it'd be better to wait to post the 2.0 art, but you can post the DM artwork. No problem. Is there a set date for 2.0? We're gonna do Cinder's birthday, but it's probably going to be early October. Just a lot we have to take care of before the debut. Oh shit. Hope it's nothing bad. All I know Cinder is a non-stop opportunity machine. We have some problems going on and things we need to fix and just some drama getting to us. But yeah, it's non-stop crazy things. Man, no more drama. We have a little break with new things until the 2.0 debut, but still have to advertise gamer subs and the bikini figure until then. Yeah. May I know what's up? Kind of like gossip. It condemns all three of them, Cinder, Red, and Nano. I don't even think Nano's that bad right now, outside of, hey, you probably shouldn't have been trying to get all the gossip. Like this gossip stuff, yeah, you probably shouldn't have been doing that, Nano. I could say here, you shouldn't have been doing this. This is not good. Especially later on when you start doing the whole like, hey, listen, they would constantly talk gossip to me and all that stuff, because this is what ultimately leads to the whole talking smack about Bao. Like, you allowing him to do this is what led to the talking smack about Bao to you, because he felt comfortable that he could go over to you and talk smack about Bao and all that. So I could sit here and say this. Again though. Have I got to that part yet? No, Warren, I haven't. But again, just because Nano did this thing that I'm sitting here and saying, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. Just because that's happening doesn't give justification for any of the actions Red or them did. That doesn't absolve them of their sins. It just means, Nano, you probably shouldn't have done that shit. And like this part here, I could say bad. This is what led to a lot of stuff. It was like the back and forth here, you know, the opening the door to some of the drama. That is what led Red to start doing a bunch of this stuff as well. Simultaneously, Red going, just like I could point over to Cinder, why the fuck did you let Red go around and say we and our and act like both you are okay when that was first brought to your attention and you recognize that? You should have put a kibosh on that shit, because that also led to the Bao situation. And BS Warren, if you're saying that she didn't even start on the Bao Commission yet, that I'll say this is probably not that surprising, but that still doesn't justify like the whole Bao Commission getting canceled, and the fact that Cinder openly says in the first three segments that she knew the Bao Commission got canceled and chose not to help out her friend with the Bao Commission. That's an actual admission in the first three segments. She openly admits, 1, she'll do anything for her friends. She loves her friends to death. She found out about the Bao Commission being canceled, and she chose, her own words was, she chose not to do shit. She had the power to change it. She chose not to. Nano, may I know what's up? Kind of like gossip. Nano always being open to talk about drama and gossip with me. Again, I can say that that's a bad idea, but that's just because she does. Like, that's the worst thing I've been able to point out to Nano. Don't talk about the gossip. Like, that's the worst I've been able to see here. Is don't talk about the gossip. Everything else has always been coming from you guys. You know, bitching about Silvervale and leading her to the conclusion that, one, maybe she should start cutting ties with Silvervale, because you can keep saying, well, I didn't tell you guys to cut ties. I said it's okay if you keep working with her. It's okay. But you lay out all this drama with Silvervale. You lay out all this stuff, and then she starts going, like, you know what? I feel kind of sus. We didn't lead her to that conclusion, but you did. You did. And now Silver stuff getting to us, since we didn't plan for her things being released so close to others. I'll slap you about Silver stuff, which, yes, I agree. She should slap her, because them being so focused on Silvervale is so fucking retarded. It's whatever, I guess. Forget about her. I swear. Yeah. I don't disagree with any of this shit. The fact that they keep bringing up Silvervale is fucking nightmarish and kind of creepy. Nano got tired of hearing about drama around Silvervale specifically. Yeah, because you guys kept saying Silvervale. You guys got a one up on Silvervale, and all this started off because of Silvervale, because you constantly said, well, we're just in the Silvervale shadow, we're in Silvervale shadow. Even when she's saying you are so much bigger than her, you're so much more successful, she's seeing that, hey, you guys focusing on Silvervale isn't healthy, because you guys are doing some really unhealthy shit right now. Stop it. That's her actually telling you to stop it right there, because you should have. That whole mentality you guys have is toxic. I was looking at numbers yesterday. Cinder's literally has the same view numbers as Silver now. Cinder supremacy. Almost as many, but it's not really that, I think. Like, really close. I think it's more like wanting to recognize Cinder, even though it literally doesn't matter. I feel like there's this unspoken competition between them. Like, they need to one-up each other because Silver can't get along, but I also understand her point of view. A new VTuber who people say looks, sounds, and acts like you becomes just as successful as you in a year. If she did recognize Cinder as an equal or a friend, then it would be like whatever. I mean, this is also getting cut off again because this is in the Nano document. Again, I mentioned competition with Silver because of the fact she couldn't get along, leading to my thought about her being competition down the road, but I was sympathetic to Silver's point of view too. No, you weren't. Because Silver's point of view wasn't this. Silver's point of view was that you guys kept bothering her. That's not like, hey, you're the similar or anything like that. It was you kept pestering her and bothering her to collabs when she didn't want to collab. That was her point of view. You're not even in her point of view in this realm of regards. You think that she views the same world as you right now, so you're not even looking at it, because not everybody views the world through your guys' eyes. By the way, I'm gonna give some pushback right here to Nano. I am gonna give some pushback to Nano. I could see where Nano was coming from in this regard. I can, because I'm seeing all this, hey, quit talking about Silver, quit talking about Silver, quit talking about Silver. I see where she's coming from. I don't like this little bit though, because we all can see like their mentality around Silvervale is toxic and bad. I was looking at numbers yesterday. Sinder literally has the same view numbers as Silvervale. Cinder supremacy. I see why Nano would put that in a message and would say that to them. It's pretty easy to see why she would say that. That's her trying to say, hey, look, guys, you guys are on equal footing now. You guys are super successful. You're equal to Silver. You need to quit thinking about yourself and thinking that you're in Silver's shadow at all, because you are equal. You guys aren't in her shadow. You're doing your own thing and you're growing on your own pace and you're becoming super successful. So please quit thinking of yourself as being in her shadow. That's why Nano brought this up, but bring her up period was a bad idea. I could see why she did it. Doesn't mean that you should have done it. If she did recognize Cinder as an equal friend, blah, 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 or like I've seen some people say, her replacement. So we figure so we have to fight their wallets with our cups and figures, lol. We did undercut Silver's figures though. You guys are shit. I mean, I think Cinder is winning considering her goal for the cosplay. You really should stop. Nano, you should not be feeding into this. You should not be feeding into this. And again, I can see what you're trying to do, but you should not be feeding into this. You shouldn't. This is bad. Like what you're trying to do is say, hey, but look how much better you're doing. Look at how much more successful you're doing. Like I could see the mentality going on here. I could see all this stuff. But I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. She's trying to mediate things for sure. Yes, she's trying to mediate things, but it's not working because they have a very toxic mindset around Silvervale. That was insane. Like, at the end of the day, it isn't about how much we make compared to her. We just want her to recognize Cinder's a big VTuber too. She has no right to actually recognize you. She has no justification to recognize you or anything like that. I'm really tired of people talking about this Google Doc, to be honest with you. I said we were fighting for Cinder and Silvervale's shared audience, wallets with our cups and figures, because Cinder and Silver's first waifu cups dropped a week apart on 7/15/2022 and 7/21/2022, and their scale figures a month apart on 7/15/2022 and 8/12/2022. We undercut Silver's figures by having any early release date than her, to avoid Cinder being accused of copying her again. We wanted Silver to at least be on good terms with Cinder. Anyone could see the potential success they'd have working together, including the money they could make. This all here. This is a toxic mindset that you really need to stop. This was a mindset that was brought up prior. This has been something that's been mentioned all the time. You really need to knock this shit out. This is kind of shitty right here. This is really bad and really downright awful mentality to be having. You are constantly trying to say how, hey, if we work together, if we work together, if we work together. This is you showing how incestuous of a mentality you have with Silvervale and how you're constantly trying to think just business first, business first, business first, and ignoring what Silvervale was saying, in which her own words were, I don't want to collab with you. I find you guys to be creepy and stalkerish, and you're still doing it. Red complimented Nano's work she did for Silver and told her, I wanted Nano's everything. I want... What? She got the personality and I run branding is important. Oh, and you did a good job with Silver's art. She's lucky to have you. Every now and then I'm checked on blank and she's always dying. She's lucky to have you. Cause she doesn't have a dude like you. I forgot the name. I hope I can make color cups for Cinder one day. They did take a long time to render the art though. From what I remember, I didn't think GamerSupps was too happy doing the full art cup, but if it sells well, they'll absolutely do more. Cinder literally wants Nano everything. Clone yourself so we can have a Nano. Adopt me, please. Did she ask you about illustrating a doujin? We were in talks with some people, and we brought your name up, so we'll see what happens. She did mention it. If this ever happens, let me know, like ASAP, so I won't die doing it. But having another artist is fine. I know she'll pick a good one. I will. Maybe just for the cover, easier on you, I don't know. Yes, can be too. But we can start working on anything when you have time to. I can't start design winter Cinder. Is there any base ideas? We can send you some ideas in the server soon. Sure, love Nano. Red discussed plans with Nano that she was instead Red discussed plans with Nano that she was interested in doing and gave her priority before bringing plans to any other artist. We ultimately decided to wait until Nano was ready to make a winter outfit like it. he like it had been discussed with her all year, the blank message shown below was an animated emote on a frame that didn't show anything. Is this just more filibustering? And I'm not trying to skip this all. I'm trying to see when like the juicy, like some of the more juicier stuff begins. Because I am going to go through all this. I'm just 10. Okay. So I still have some time. And the only real reason I'm doing this is because I have to be at work in 5 hours. And I haven't slept yet. So. I'm trying to see, where did I leave off? Yeah, okay. So I left off here. This is what I'm going to do for right now. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to call it here. I'm going to try to bookmark this spot. Remember, 8/10/2023. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to screenshot this. Okay, just screenshot that. So that way I can remind myself. By the way, Legendary Scrub, mark this down as well. If you're out there, BS Warren still, DM it to me. Just remind me, when I come back to this, it's 8/10/2023. This is when I'm going to be coming back to this, so that way I can remember exactly where I left off. That's in case, you know, I have some sort of stupid thing and I shut down my computer and I need I lose my spot. 8/10/2023. This spot right here, okay? DM it to me, send it to me. I'm going to try all my hardest to remember where we left off on this, because I kind of have to call it a night here. So I'm going to stop the recording here. And when it comes to this aspect of this doc part, this whole Nanolist doc part, when you're reading through it, it's going to take me some time to even put out the video, because I'm trying to record me reading this section. So I might not even finish this until at least Saturday, because this is taking a while. But before I go, I do want to point this out, which I'm not a fan of. Like, I don't mind Legal Mindset doing this, but I'm not a fan of, mainly because I can already see I'm already seeing some issues with the Nanolist section and people trying to say that Nanolist did bad. But you have this here regarding the Sinder VTuber situation. I know there are two sides to a story, but a lawsuit is unlikely due to the cost and procedure difficulties, such as Nano living in Brazil, which does not recognize foreign judgments. Therefore, I volunteer as tribute to judge a mock trial of Sinder. I have volunteers to defend Sinder in the mock trial, but any content creators that wants to prosecute Sinder, refute her Google Doc, please reach out via DM email. I think I could refute her Google Doc. I just don't want to. I don't want to, primarily because I don't want to deal with this drama in that regard. Like, the Sinder defenders are kind of schizo. Like, even reading through the doc that we've read through right now during the Nanolist bit, I'm not here to even like be like, hey, this is super good. And I have some things that I could easily bring up that would end up being like, hey, these are things that you have a really hard time ever disproving. I have some things that I've been starting to think that you're going to have a hard time ever disproving. You're going to have a hard time ever trying to say didn't happen. Like, you want me to believe that you guys didn't communicate about business or show each other business emails in person while you did it in public? Like, I don't believe in that. There's a difference between analyzing information and creating rhetoric and a disagreement. Yes. And that's my biggest problem, is when I'm analyzing this, I can see all the stuff, but when it comes to the rhetorical stuff, I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience for the Sinder defenders. And that's why I don't want to do it. Like, I probably could, but I really don't. I'd be cussing and slurring. I would do some bad things. So I'm not going to do this. If somebody wants to try to do it, they can, but it's not me. Because I would cuss and slur. That's how bad it is. Because I don't see, like, they're trying to do this whole, like, the timeline stuff, but I'm reading through this. I can see how somebody would come to the conclusions they inevitably come to. I could point out, hey, there's criticisms for Nano here, but that's me analyzing it. I don't want to go up against these rhetorical fucking freaks. I don't want to do that because they're really schizoing out about it, and it's not fun for me. But I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Again, I will come back to this. It's gonna have to be Saturday that I come back to this. I'm gonna try to finish out the Nano stuff on Saturday, mainly because there's no way I can do this again tomorrow. I'm gonna be running on basically 5 hours of sleep for tomorrow, or today, I guess. I'm gonna be running on 5 hours of sleep, and then when it comes to Friday, obviously we have Ballbusters with a special guest, Mo Zamboni, which I need to quickly DM Devil. Just say, hey, Mo is our guest. Where? Fuck X Messenger sometimes. It's so fucking shit. I'm gonna be like, I know it's last minute because I'm shit at this, but Mo's our guest. Where's Devil? I know it's last minute, but there we go. Bye-bye, Dermy Chan. Ooh, fuck you. Anyways, guys, you all have a good night. I will see you again. Obviously, Ballbusters is Ballbusters, so it's a little bit more hectic, harder to take note of the chat, but we will be back on Ballbusters with Mo Zamboni being our guest this week, and then obviously Saturday, I will come back. We'll probably start a whole lot earlier. That way I can try to get through this doc, but until next time, guys, take care, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.